So here we are at Redpath Greenhouses in Palmerston North. We have a 4.5 metre, 2.36 metre wide tunnel house here. This model has the single sliding door on the front and a roof cap at the top. It's clad in Duratough commercial greenhouse film, life expectancy between 10 and 12 years. It has the wall braces fitted in the side for the high wind kit. You can see 3 wall braces there running along the side wall, and inside there's a collar tie cord for the wind brace kit as well. The tunnel house is all aluminium made in New Zealand at our factory in Palmerston North. We have a clipping system on the ends. This is the new type V-lock system. We use it on the ends to hold the covers in place. It's a small clip that's simple to put in. It's something that we've just recently added to the range to make it simpler for construction for home users to use. We have a nice sliding aluminium door, ball bearer rollers on that door, Duralock clipping system holding the covering on that door that we use on our commercial greenhouses. It's a sort of an image of the top of the door, etc. Aluminium base rail along the base of the building, and there's a guide for the door on the front of the base rail for the door to run in, so the door's securely held. That's across the full width of the building, so you can put a dual door on this design. You can have one door as it is, or 2 doors, or you can have a shade cloth clad extra door, so you can have the shade cloth door sliding over or the polythene door sliding over. That's called a dual door option. We'll just go inside. So this model is the 4.5 metre model. You'll see up here the collar tie that goes across the central hoops. This is part of the high wind kit. If you have a windy part of New Zealand, you can have that in place, and that helps brace the arches from flexing in high winds. The roof vent's positioned at the apex. In this model there's a 4.5, so that means there's 1.5 and then 3 metre and then 4.5, so the arches are spaced at 1.5 metre centres. So the roof vent fits in the central part. On the roof vent there's a handle, just a manual handle. This can be automated as well with a automatic opener that comes from the United Kingdom, and that means peace of mind when you're away from the tunnel house during the weekend and you've got hot weather. It'll open and close on its own. There's an item that goes in here, an expanding cylinder. But you just pull on this chain and the roof vent opens up. So we open that up like that. It's got a lock holding it in place when it's fully open, and you can see the opening there. So it's 1.5 metres long. It's all aluminium, steel rails on the bottom, aluminium top cap, just reliable, durable roof vent, quite simple to use. And as I say, you can have an automatic opener fitted to it. The Redpath tunnels have 25mm square purlins running their full length. These are once again aluminium, 25 square mil, held on with simple saddles and 3 screws. They're self-drilling screws, all stainless steel, so they last a very, very long time. And you'll see another purlin here running along, and on the other side there's 1, 2 more running the full length of the building. You can also add an extra 25 square mil aluminium rail for crop support, maybe here or further up or on the sides to hang your tomato plants from, so that can be ordered as an option as well. So it might be worthwhile considering. In the back of this tunnel house we have the louver vent. Now that comes standard on all tunnel houses, Redpath tunnel houses. It's a 3-blade louver vent using polycarbonate. I'll open the vent here, there we go, just open her up. On each blade there's a aluminium strongback, and that stops the polycarbonate from flexing and being problematic in the wind, so it makes it nice and strong. So there we have, it's about 600 wide and about 450 deep, the louver vent. Often it's just left open because the weather is it's hard for it to drive in the rain, and so it's good to have it open, particularly in the summertime. So yeah, you'll see a lot more information on these tunnel houses on the website, www.redpath.co.nz. Take a look at that and click on the tunnel house page and you'll see a lot more detail on the tunnel houses. This is a rear wall shelf, so this is an optional extra that you can just simply put in. Underneath it's a simple triangle bracket system, and that's mounted there, as you can see, is simply 3 screws securing it into place underneath. And under the bracket up underneath there's some screws holding the rails in place. You probably can't quite see those in the light, but hopefully it's not too bad. You can see 5 screws there holding the rails, and those rails are held in position. You can have this at a height that you prefer. You just need to adjust the wall brace if you want it any lower, but usually it's about a 1 meter off the ground, 1.2 meters off the ground. Useful for propagation trays, solar, for seedling trays, etc., that type of thing. All the ends are pre-made, so the actual entire end frame, as you see it, the uprights, the hoop, all the brackets and etc., are all already made up, including the base rail. So the base rail, the 2 uprights, the lintels here and here, and these brackets here and the door lintel, they're already made up as a pack, and then we've joined them together, join them together and freight them to you that way. So the ends of the tunnel house are already made, so you just have to basically put the base rail, slide the base rail together. You'll see there's a join there. On the 4.5 meter model there's 2 pieces of base rail. You join them together with the screws, do that each side, stand up the end frame at each end. They're stood up and they're held with 3 screws also by corner brackets. You'll see them here. So these 3 screws here. Do the same at the other end, and then you're standing the internal hoops, and the internal hoops are held on their sides by the side saddles. There's a leaf in the way there, and a few cobwebs. So they're supplied for you, already fitted. The side saddles, you just need to slide in the internal hoop into place. But you'll see all this on the playlist on the Redpath YouTube page. The assembly of the tunnel house, it's all in order, and you can watch that before you start assembling your tunnel house. So say this one's got the 3 internal wall braces fitted to the side. They're on both sides. That's because it's got the high wind kit fitted. So this is more or less standard, except for the high wind kit, and the rear wall shelf has been fitted, and in this case this option of the roof vent's been fitted also. I'll do is just go outside, we'll have a look around outside. Apologies for the traffic noise, but you can't do much about that. We're beside the road here, the main road. This is positioned out the front of the Redpath factory. I'll do a little walk around there. Use the clipping system again, showing the holding of it, base rail. There's the roof vent operating. On the outside of all Redpath tunnel houses they have Polyguard safe tape. We supply that with the kit set. You apply this to the hoops and to the purlins, and it stops the commercial greenhouse film Duratuff rubbing on the aluminium framework and getting too hot. Without the tape it'll last okay, but you get a black staining, and also it gets very, very hot on the aluminium, hot enough not to touch. So it's good to have that solid barrier of Polyguard on the exterior framing where the covering is in contact with the framework. It's a worthwhile addition, and it makes the covering last considerably longer in sunshine, and also when it's in a sort of a windy location. So here's a picture of the rear wall. This shows very similar to the front wall. In fact, the design of the rear wall is identical to the front wall, except of course we've got an extra lintel here which supports the louver. So there's the rear wall. There's tunnel. Let's take another look at that roof vent shot. We'll go along the top. And back out again. So I say this is a 4.5 meter long model. Current pricing on these is $1,249, and then you can add the roof vent, or you can add the high wind kit if you wish. So pricing's been pretty stable this year. It's looking okay for the coming year. Probably expect some price increases maybe in late 23, 24. But at the moment it's reasonably stable. As I say, we make them all at their factory in Palmerston North in New Zealand. We ship them around the entire country. They can be delivered to the main freight, your local main freight depot, to save a bit of money if you want to collect it from the main freight depot, because freight's getting expensive. Or we can deliver them to your door, of course. But they can all be ordered online on the website. Just basically go to the shopping cart, select the size and the specifications you want from the page, and then go into the cart and select the your freight location, and it will give you the freight calculation before you hit buy now. Okay, so hopefully it helps explain the 2.36 by 4.5 meter Redpath tunnel, and yeah, happy growing if you do invest in a Redpath tunnel house. Would welcome you as a customer. Bye for now.